Okay, so this video is a detailed construction video for the horizontal axis wind turbine. So let's get into it. So you're going to get a piece that looks like this. We're going to very carefully take the tape off so that you can get all the items that you need to be able to make this one up. It's important that you've got some way to be able to sort of hold your pieces together and store them so that we don't end up losing and having to try and find some extra pieces for this. We'll go through. Just get all of our pieces together first. As we go. Now this one here is quite important that you make sure those two pieces go over your syringe for your pump before you put your pump together. Otherwise you're going to have to remove your horizontal piece of your pump to be able to add those items on. So now we've got our pieces. Let's just get rid of the extra bits that we do not need. Those internal bits are there. Are ready to go. Okay, so a lot of this is based around our axis that we've already got here. So let's start with our tower. So I've got my central piece of the tower. He's going to slide nicely through this guy. And right on the cusp, this guy's quite firm. So he'll slide through. If I can manage that. I think I've got those. I might try and replace those side pieces first before I go through. So the variance that you find in MDF sometimes, so these pieces are probably closer to 3.3. The cuts are 3 mil, so obviously there's going to be issues through there. So I'm going to swap those over and hopefully that alleviates that problem. Okay, so I've swapped those over and they squeeze through, but now it is able to fit up here. So the next step here is add our legs onto the sides. So they slide on there, and then we want to use those little clips to hold them in place. Now they are a little bit flimsy just because of the design, but for the purpose that we have for them, they should be more than sufficient for what we need them to do. So they should hold themselves there. So this one's actually quite rigid. So it really it depends on the thickness of the material, because it does have a little bit of play when we have the MDF. So I've had some down to about 2.7 up to about 3.3. So it doesn't sound like much, but when you're working with 0.1 of a millimeter when the cuts on the laser cutter, it can be quite crucial. So we'll go through, add those guys on. Okay, and then last one. It should be nice and firm. And these guys are just playing a little bit. There he goes. It's really important that you don't bend that axle, otherwise you end up in a strife. Okay, so there's our starting of a tower. We have these couple of guys that can slide through underneath here that will help hold him in place. The other bit that you probably want to make sure that you've got in place, you can see that they go through in those couple of holes underneath there. Again, just so he stays a little bit more rigid through the center. Okay, this guy slides through and slots in there. He is probably going to be better off to do before. Take him out a little bit, slide him on, and then put him here. There's a reason that we want to have him on the top, and that's so that this part stays square. Okay, so we've got two little pegs that hold him in place underneath here. So we slot those guys in. And then that just gives it a little bit more rigidity when you go through here. You start adding your turbine to that. Okay, so what you'll notice is you've got 4 pieces for your, if you'd like to use it, you don't have to, but 4 pieces for your turbine center. Now, this one gives you the option of having 4 arms nice and easily. This one has the option of 3 or 6. So you can decide on which one you use, or you could put them both on, so glue them all together. You might end up adding a couple extra washers to be able to go through, again to give you a little bit more connection to this, but you'll probably want to think about how far away you have it, because obviously depending on how long your legs are, or your arms on here, is whether it's going to hit the legs. So that's why you've got a little bit of play in that as you go. But you'd want to then have a few washers through here to hold it in place and also give it a bit more rigidity through there as well. Okay, so that's that part there. The next bit that you need to look at is down on our connection for our pump, which are these pieces over here. So on the side that you've got the axle coming out here, this guy is going to slide through. Now, if you've got any sticking out bits here, you may find that you need to have them flush. Now, if you use the 27mm ones that I started with for you, then it should be fine. But if you cut your own, it may find, depending on where your things are, it's going to be a problem. But he sits on there, which then gives you this little frame across over here. The next step that we need to go through is kind of build up this guy. So because it's on this side, it's going to be sitting on here. He's going to go through. You've got then a couple of arms here that are going to go on each side that will allow you to be able to adjust the height of your pump depending on where that axle is sitting. So before we go through there, these guys go here. You've got two little clips to help hold those in place on the one side. Again, nice and gently get them in place. They are nice and firm, those guys. So they should hold it in place. Okay, so they will go through there. And if you force it, that's what's going to happen. You're going to break it, which is not ideal. But I'm going to leave that there. It will hold in place enough for us to be able to demonstrate what we need to do. So this gives the structure to the other side. So that will slide in there. Those legs will stand there as long as you haven't broken them. But the purpose then is these guys will have your syringe sitting through there. You will then be able to slide them through. I'm just going to, mine will probably be somewhere in there, but I'm going to leave them near the top. So you can slide that through. Again, a second set of hands with this will be useful, but they will be all in place. That can slide through. And then the setup that I've got is there's a couple little pins on the back there that will fit perfectly some of the wire. So you'd be able to use a couple little pieces of wire just like that, where you could then slide them through the back there. So then that will hold that in place nicely with the syringe held there. And when you've got that on both sides, you've got then a really nice place, like with the vertical axis, somewhere for your pins to be able to go through this way. So then you've got your flywheel. If we look on the side here, would need to go on there. Again, you'd want to use a bunch of washers that you can sort of glue onto to give it a bit more purchase. But he sits on the end. Again, you might use a little bit of the wire and some washers to help hold that in place. But then as that spins, that will be able to move back and forward with, I would have a piece of wire going through there and possibly some washers glued on to the wire to help guide that through there. And that will allow you to make your pump work. That is the overview of our development here.